I'm down here at the South Market Garden, and I'm going to do some field work down here today. I got the TYM and the cutting hard, and I'll go over that in just a second. But I need to get down here. It's like January the 8th or 9th, I don't remember which, or 9th and 10th, I think. And I've got to get this biodegradable mulch cut up before I can start planting. So my plan is to start planting on the other side garden, on the other side of the high tunnels in the north garden, probably around the middle of March. And I'm talking about cabbage, carrots, and beets and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I gotta get this broke up, and what it is, it's a biodegradable mulch is what I use to grow in. And normally at the end of the year you're supposed to do it, but you know, I had some circumstances I didn't get to it, so I'm gonna do it now. And eventually I'm gonna get where I do it at the end of the year. I'm gonna cover crop both sides. That way I don't have to use as much fertilizer, and it's better for the environment that way. So that's my goal, and that's what I'm getting to. But we started to switch to this biodegradable mulch probably about, this is our 3rd year using it, so this will be our 4th year coming up, and it's great. So I'll get you a close-up of it and show you what I'm talking about. So this is the stuff I'm talking about right here, and it's just by looking at it, you think just regular old plastic, but it's not. It's biodegradable, and but it don't biodegradable in the air. You have to turn it into the ground, and the dirt contact is what biodegrades it. It's made out of a cornstarch, so it's actually building the soil back up instead of destroying the environment. Like, you know, when I first started a couple years, we did like regular, like 1 meal plastic, and you got to pull all that up and take it to the dump, and I mean, it's a lot of extra work. Now this is more expensive. This is probably 3 times more expensive, but you know, it's better for your soil. It's don't cost as much labor, because it takes more time to pull it up than it would put it down. Probably takes 3 times as long to pull it up. And of course, I think I had to pay my kids. Last year I had to pay them like $50 or something. So that's another thing. I think it took them a couple of days. I mean, not all day, like a couple hours a day. So anyway, I'm gonna swing around here. We'll talk about the tractor, and but you understand now what I'm doing down here. I'm not really actually tilling up the soil. I want to till this mulch underneath so it'll start breaking up. This cutting hard will cut it up, and, you know, make it where it dissolves a little quicker into the soil. So I'm using my TYM. It's 4815H. And this is really the first time I've really done any tillage with it, so I'm interested to see how it does. But it's a 48 horsepower, and then I got the, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know I bought this last fall. It's a king cutter, 6.5, 20 disc cutting hard, and I got it at Rural King. So that's what we're using, and you're gonna get to see how it does, and hopefully it does all right. I'm pretty anxious to see how it does, really. So it's a little bit wet because it rained the other day, and I'm trying to get this, supposed to rain heavy tomorrow, so I'm trying to get this cut up today. So you know, tomorrow when it rains, I'll have to worry about it. And I'll probably have to go back over it again, and I probably won't film that, but this is this one. So I'm gonna get this thing cranked up, and I set the camera up where you can watch, and we'll see how it does. So I'm at a couple passes and we'll look at it. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but it's really too wet to be doing this, but it is cutting it up really good. It's just clogging up a little bit. So I've got about 1, 2, 3 more rows here to do, and we'll move to the upper side. I think the upper side is a little drier. This side always stays wetter. So let's go over here and we'll see how good it's doing. You can see that it's doing a pretty good job even for being wet. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up, and we'll go to the other side, and I'll let you see how it goes over there. Of course, we're not being bothered by the old rooster today, like in the other video. Yeah, he's up at the barn, if you missed the Saturday's video. So anyway, yeah, it's doing pretty good. I like it. I'm going to set you up on the other side. I'm going to fish this side up, and before we go over to the other garden, I made one little change. I lengthened that so it sets more even. I did a whole lot better job cutting this up. I'll take you over in just a second. But my plans over here, while I'm here, briefly what my plans are. You know, I've always run it like you see me this way. I'm gonna run the mulch this way from the high tunnel over to this fence line, and I got to clean this fence line out. I've got some trees right here I need to cut. Got a big old bunch down there I need to cut, some limbs, and then I can come in here and brush hog this back a little bit. So that way I have room enough to pull up through there with my tractor. Like when I'm laying the mulch, you know, I have to have so much room for the tractor and the implement. So if I really want to come, you know, to about where I'm standing, about where I'm standing is where I want to bring the rows to from the high tunnel this way, and I'll swing around and show you the high tunnel. So you see the high tunnels back here, so I'm gonna run from the high tunnels this way. And the reason I want to do that is I think this way is like 200 something feet long, and this way is a little shorter. So it'd probably be the same amount of rows and everything, but well, actually, I mean, footage wise it should be about the same. But when it's just me and my wife now, and when we're picking, you start here and you're going down that 250 foot row, that's a long row to pick, and you get kind of disheartened. So I'm gonna pull this way, and maybe it won't seem as bad when we're picking. So that's the reason I want to do it, and I just try something a little different. Now the other garden's gonna be totally different, and let's go over there and we'll cut that, and I'll talk a little bit about my plans there afterwards. I got it. It really didn't take that long. This side over here was wetter than the other side. I thought this would be the drier of the two sides. So this really needs about 2 days to dry out, and I didn't go back over, but it did really good right through here. That upper side, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's really wet on that upper side. I can't figure that part out. It didn't do as good, but kind of clogged my thing up, so I'll let it dry out a little bit. But kind of my plans over here on this side is right here next to the high tunnels is where I'm going to do carrots, beets, cabbage, lettuce, stuff like that with no plastic. Then after that's over with, I'm gonna put my pumpkins in this section. The middle section, I'm actually gonna put some biodegradable mulch on it and do cantaloupe and honeydews there. And then the upper third, I'm gonna try to do a bunch of seedless watermelons. And I won't put plastic down, but I will put that woven fabric down. So I'll stretch that all over in there and grow more watermelons there. So that's the plan here. So anyway, we'll see how it comes. Oh, and the corn, right behind the this high tunnel, I've got a little section there that we had strawberries maybe the year before last, and here comes the train, so I'm gonna have to wait. So right behind this high tunnel here is a little section that we tried to grow strawberries maybe a year before last, and we didn't grow anything there last year. But I'm gonna try to put corn there, and I did talk to somebody at UT, and they sent me some varieties that they recommend for my area. Matter of fact, they sent me a whole thing, or sent me a link to where I can go to the whole thing, and cucumbers, beans, the whole 9 yards for Tennessee. So anyway, I kind of went through it, and of course broccoli and eggplants, stuff I don't really grow a lot. I will take their advice, but like cucumbers, I grow pretty good. Squash is pretty good. I got pretty good zucchini. So corn is a big weakness for me. So hopefully we'll see how it does this year. So anyway, there we go. We got this part done. Getting ready for the 2024 market season. We got some changes we're going to do this year, and we'll bring you along on our journey. We might not even go to the farmer's market. I don't even know yet. We're going to put I've got the thing right behind us that we're going to make it out of it. We're going to make a vegetable stand down on the road, and we're actually going to put eggs and everything down there. Maybe even some soap. And of course it's going to have a roof and some shelves. It'll be painted up, hopefully. We'll see how it turns out. So probably next month we'll start that. Some other stuff we got going on. I got to finish the greenhouse and stuff. We're just now getting back on my feet. So anyway, hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up. Got any questions, you can leave a comment, send me an email, and I'll be glad to help or answer any questions that you have. TYM, it did fine. It did really good. You know, I did that 6-month review couple of videos, or probably 5 or 6 videos ago, and one thing I forgot, and I made a mistake when I got this tractor. I didn't get the back tires filled, and what that does is give you some more weight in the back. So when we get a little time, maybe later in the spring, we'll take those and have those back tires filled with fluid. It's called fluid, and it gives it, it's like a weight, gives you better traction. I noticed when I turn that corner there, it's spinning, and when I got hung up in this mud a little bit, it was spinning. So and you kind of need it too when you lift. I've noticed too when I lift a lot of weight, the back end tends to come up kind of, so you need that weight kind of like a ballast. And I wish I'd, you know, if I would have been thinking I would have got that done while I was down there, it wouldn't cost me anything. Now I might have to go have it done. Of course I don't think it costs all that much, probably about 50 bucks, but I got to take it up there and have it done. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hope you liked the video. We're getting started on our big garden season. Of course, this is different from my beginning garden series, and I'll probably do the next video on it, and it's going to be pretty good. I think plant selection, seed selection. So it'll come out after this video, and this is a little different than that series. So this is our market garden that we're talking about down here that you can follow along with us. Hope you liked the video. Give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm next video.